Good afternoon. On behalf of Superintendent Hofmeister and the Oklahoma State Department of Education, my name is Debbie Pham, and I'm with the Office of Federal Programs, and today we're going to go over the Title I program overview, and we will talk about the school-wide and targeted assistance schools for FY20. So our goals for today is what's new for school-wide and targeted assistance schools in FY 2020, and the timeline for the school-wide and targeted assistance process. And we're going to compare Title I school-wide school and Title I targeted assistance school-wide programs. And we will provide information and guidance about transitioning from Title I targeted assistance program to a Title I school-wide program. So what's new for school-wide and targeted assistance schools for FY 2020? So this is just a refresher from last year that starting FY19, all schools participating in the Title I Part A program, school-wide or targeted assistance schools, and served with Title I Part A funds were required to complete and submit a school-wide or targeted assistance plan in the Grant Management System, also known as GMS. So the FY20 school-wide and targeted assistance plans must be submitted in GMS no later than September 30th of 2019. The LA FY20 consolidated application will not be approved if the plans are not submitted to GMS by September 30th of this year. So timeline for new schools participating in school-wide or targeted assistance schools. So we are talking about the schools that are transitioning from targeted to school-wide or new sites. Sites that were never served as Title I schools must submit the letter of intent, and the letter of intent is now part of the consolidated application. It is no longer in the CDAP like in the previous years. So you have to go to your consolidated application and go to Title I application, and under school-wide school and targeted assistance school, and then you're going to submit that letter of intent there to participate in the FY20 school-wide or targeted assistance program through the FY20 consolidated application in GMS no later than September 30th, 2019. So remember, the deadline is September 30th, 2019. The site mentioned above must submit the FY20 school-wide or targeted assistance plan in GMS no later than September 30th, 2019. The school-wide or targeted assistance plan for the sites mentioned above that are not submitted after this date will not receive approval for the FY20, and the school cannot operate as a school-wide or targeted assistance school during the current fiscal year. So by September 30th, if you have not submitted a school-wide or targeted assistance plan, you cannot operate as a school-wide or targeted assistance plan. During the current fiscal year. The plan will have to be resubmitted for the following fiscal year. So if you miss a deadline, you cannot operate as either school-wide or targeted. You have to wait until the next year to do it. So new school or targeted assistance plans will be reviewed and receive an approval or denial letter from OSDE reviewers. So when the reviewers, when they receive their the plan, they will review the plan and approve the plan. and the plan will get a final approval, and the district will receive an approval letter or denial letter. If you receive an approval letter, that means that your school is good to go, and the district can operate at a school-wide or targeted assistance school immediately. So this is for the timeline for the existing school-wide or targeted assistance school. This is for the existing, the one that's already submitted, in the past. Existing school-wide or targeted assistance schools must submit the FY20 school-wide or targeted assistance plan in GMS no later than September 30th, 2019. Existing school or targeted assistance schools will not receive approval for their plans in GMS, but they will receive the previously approved status. So if you have an existing school-wide plan, you will receive a previously approved status instead of the new site. They will have to be reviewed and sent to the next person for the final approval. But if the site's already approved last year, you're just going to roll over to FY20. So when a site has a school-wide or targeted assistance plan that was previously approved in the previous fiscal year, there is the option to roll forward the existing school-wide or targeted plan to the next fiscal year. And the instruction on how to roll forward can be found on the federal program's website. And I will go over the instruction with the district later in the PowerPoint. School-wide and targeted assistance plan access in GMS. The school principal will need access to the school-wide or targeted assistance plan in GMS in a single sign-on, also known as SSO. And principal access to the plan in GMS is granted by the LEA superintendent. So the superintendent would have to grant the site principal access to the school-wide plan in GMS. So if the principal of that site does not have access to the plan in GMS, he or she cannot see their plan. So it's important that you first need to ask your superintendent to grant you access to the plan in GMS. And the plan works just like any other application in GMS. You may type directly on the web page. You may type in a Word document, then copy and paste into the GMS application. And each section has a character limit. So think main ID and be concise. And you can also print the document as a PDF form. So we now go into the program. We talk about the poverty level threshold. A school that serves an eligible school attendance area in which less than 40% of the children enrolled in the school are from such families may operate a school-wide school under this section if the school receives a waiver from the state educational agency to do so. After taking into account how a school-wide will best serve the needs of the students in the school served under this part, improving academic achievement and other factors. To meet this provision, the Office of Federal Programs will allow LEAs with schools that have the poverty level less than 40% to submit a letter of intent, and the letter of intent which will serve as a waiver request to operate at a school-wide school. So the letter of intent will be on your, remember, it's on your consolidated application under the Title I, Part A. And we're going to talk about, we want to compare, the differences between targeted and school-wide schools. So under targeted assistance school, Section 115 of the ESSA, it is a supplemental service program to assist low-achieving students and uses the Title I funds to serve only those students who have been identified as most at risk. That is under the targeted assistance school. Under school-wide school, Section 114 of the ESSA, it is a comprehensive school reform model that includes extended learning time for low-achieving students, and uses Title I funds to meet needs of all students in the school. Also, targeted assistance school required the use of multiple educationally related objectives and uniformly applied criteria to identify students. Title I teachers and administrators ensure regulations are met. Under the school-wide school, no requirements for identification of students. All staff support the school-wide school. So under the school-wide school, you can use their Title I funds to serve all students, which is different from the target, which had to identify, which is we call the student selection. Also, under targeted assistance school, targeted assistance plan is part of the comprehensive SISE plan. Review services and access students on ongoing basis and revise as needed. So the plan, school-wide or targeted plan, you can revise the plan anytime as needed during the school year. And under the school-wide school, school-wide plan is a comprehensive SISE plan and must regularly monitor and revise plan as necessary. So both plans are similar. You can, you can monitor and then you can revise the plan as necessary. And both school-wide and targeted programs must be compliant with the following requirements. So both school-wide school and targeted assistance program must be compliant with the following requirements. Teacher certification, which means that teacher had to be certified in the subject area and the grade level that she or he teaches. Comparability of services, time and effort reporting, on the time and effort that will be on the, I have a question. And also parent and family engagement, parents' right to know, health, safety, civil rights, additional learning time for at-risk students, and Title I professional development. School-wide programs emphasize serving all students. And most of schools are school-wide, so we have a handful of schools that are targeted, but most schools are school-wide at this point of time, and hopefully in the future that, there schools that are targeted, if they want to become school-wide, transition to school-wide schools so they can expand the funds, to serve all the students. They may do so before September 30th. So school-wide programs emphasize serving all students, improving all structures that support student learning, and combining all resources as allowed to achieve a common goal, improve student achievement. That is our goal. The goal is to improve the student achievement. Also, school-wide programs are based on the premise that comprehensive, evidence-based interventions, rather than separate add-on services, are the most effective models for raising student achievement. Also, the school-wide programs focus on 3 fundamental principles: accountability for results, evidence-based interventions, school, family, and community engagement. A successful school-wide program engages parents and the community in planning for the comprehensive, continuous improvement, serve all students with effective teachers, and provide high-quality, enriched learning for students, staff, parents, and the community. And school-wide programs support challenging state academic standards, using multiple source data to identify needs, gaps, and progress in teaching and learning, focusing teaching and learning on core academic subjects, emphasizing reading and writing all content areas, emphasizing the development of all mathematical reasoning, and encouraging the use of assignments and projects that provide real-world experiences, and providing experiences to help students develop independent thinking and problem-solving skills, and helping students become more proficient in using technology, literacy for learning and testing. And school-wide programs support challenging state academic standards, the school-wide program that prepare students to become high school graduates, to be ready to successfully enter college or begin a career, and to become productive, participating citizens. And these are the written school-wide plan components. A school-wide school component must consist of these components: the comprehensive needs assessment, reform strategies, qualified teachers, professional development, teacher recruitment and retention, parent and family engagement, student transition, teacher inclusion and data decisions, and student intervention. And we will talk about more of these components on my next webinar. And these are the written components for the targeted assistance school. The targeted assistance school components must have the comprehensive needs assessment is similar to the school-wide school components. The student selection, except for the student selection, reform strategies, student transition, instruction by certified teachers, and professional development, parent involvement, and coordination of funds. So, where do you start now? For the districts that are transitioning from school-wide school, or for the new sites, or first of all, you must appoint a planning team. So, and then start planning your school-wide plan, and develop a communication network, and review site mission and vision statements, and begin discussion about what you want your school-wide or targeted assistance school to look and sound like. So if you are plan to transitioning from school-wide to targeted assistance school to school-wide school, or you have a new site that are would like to participate in the Title I program, you must consider these components here, and then we will talk more on our next PowerPoint. Any questions? I have one question. We're sorry, it's too much background noise. And will this presentation be posted on the website or sent out to attendees? The PowerPoint will be posted on our federal program website in a few days. And these are our contact information. You can call myself at 405-521-6785, or you can email me, or you can contact the LEA's assigned OSDE reviewer, or you can contact Karina Ane. She's not here today, and her phone number is 405-522-1929. And I have some documents I would like to share with you how to what is a school-wide and targeted assistance plan template looks like. Okay, so we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna go to the first. You need to go on the single sign-on. Okay, so on a single sign-on, you sign in your name, log in your name, and then you're going to go to the Grant Management Expenditure Reporting site. Maybe I should go with, show you how to add principal. Let me minimize this. So first of all, you need to, this is the instruction how to add principal row to the grant management system, which is GMS. So you're going to complete this, complete all the fields on this page to grant the site principal the access to the school-wide plan in GMS. Scroll it down. So it will look like this when the principal log into the single sign-on. Yes. On our federal program website? Yes, yes. I will ask Donna to put it on the website. And the next one is how to create or roll forward a, let's do the, okay. Okay, so how to create or roll forward a school-wide plan in GMS. Because I got a lot of questions about, for the coming year and the schools that already had a previously approved school-wide or targeted assistance plan, they can roll forward to FY19. but they still had to submit it to OSDE for the reviewer to review the plan. So first thing you go to the step one is you click on the GMS Access Select link. And then step two, toward the bottom of the page, under the highlight blue bar with the text available, right here, you will click on the black arrow in front of the Schoolwide or targeted. And you will, the checkbox next, the word, and then check the box next to the word yes. This one will show create site. And then you're gonna click yes on both of these on step 5. You click the down arrow on the drop-down menu next to the word new project title. Then select the site for the Schoolwide plan. Only one site can be selected at a time. In step 6, after the site has been selected, the blue Create New Project button appears. Click the blue Create New Project button. The plan will automatically open. So once a plan has been created, it does not need to be created for that fiscal year again. So that means that you had a previously approved plan. You do not need to create another plan. You just roll forward. So when a site has a school that was final approved in the previous year, there's no option. There is the option to roll forward the existing approved school-wide plan. When given the option to select a site, choose a site from that row existing project forward. You just click on that. If the site does not appear in this menu, that means that that site does not have an approved school-wide plan. So you have to go back to FY19 and see if they may not have submitted a school-wide plan for FY19, or they submitted to the superintendent and it was sitting in his queue and it's never submitted to OSDE for approval. Therefore, you cannot roll over. So if the site does not appear in this menu, they do not have a school-wide plan that was previously or final approved, and therefore this option cannot be used. And then after you roll forward, you can go back to the top of the page, to the GMS Select page, and the top of the page, right under the assurances, you click on the black arrow here. You will see the site that you just created. And I will show that later on. I will pull one district up for example, what it looks like. And then there's the open box. You click open, and the plan will automatically pop up. And same with targeted plan. So let's go back here, and then let me pull up one district that already submitted a school-wide plan for this year. So here is the FY20, and this district, you're going to click on here, and the district has submitted the school-wide school plan for rollover from FY19. So this is and then you're going to click open. When you receive a school-wide plan in your queue, and it's for the reviewer here, but for the district, this is once you roll over the school-wide plan, it will look like this, and you're going to click open. And this is a school-wide school template. And you're going to click on each component here to complete the component. On the school-wide plan, you're going to click the Comprehensive Needs Assessment tab, and you're going to complete the identify. This is your planning team. On the needs assessment step 1, it's your planning team, and you must include all these the planning team members on the drop-down menu here. And the plan must include at least a parent and a teacher. And on the needs assessment step 2 to 7, you're going to go over each needs assessment, and you're going to describe your goal, your school vision reform, like on step 2 in this box right here. And I'm going to talk about the step 6 and step 7 a little bit. On the step 6, the school-wide flexibility, and under ESSA section 1114, the school-wide may use the flexibility available to them to coordinate and integrate services to help all students reach proficient and advanced levels of achievement described in the activities and services the school implements when it coordinates federal, state, and all local funds. On the step 7, school-wide consolidation of funds. If your district is not consolidated, your school-wide consolidation of funds, you don't need to fill this out. You either step 7 or 6 or 7. 7 is only for districts that are consolidated to funds, like when Nancy talked about this morning about school-wide school consolidation of funds. So if your district consolidates all the funds into one pot, and then you would describe your services, what you're going to do with when you consolidate the funds in step 7. So if you not consolidate your funds, this would be NA. It's talk about school-wide consolidation of funds. It doesn't mean that when you transfer or contribute your one program, like your Title II, you read to Title 586, that doesn't mean consolidation of funds. That means you transfer your fund from Title II to Title 586. Only when you combine all of your all the project fund into one pot, into school-wide school consolidation of funds, that's when you fill this out. So if you not consolidate your fund, then this would be NA. So this one, whoever will have this district this year will they don't just tell them they don't need to fill this out. And move on to each component. You're going to read the guiding question on each component and then describe the strategies for each component on top of the school-wide template. And targeted is the same, roll forward for targeted is the same so we already talked about that for the school-wide, and targeted is the same thing. If you don't have a targeted final approved plan, you cannot roll over. And we're going to go to the targeted assistant template. It looks a little bit different from the school-wide component. I just noticed one district already submitted the, oops. So this is the targeted assistance plan. So when you open the plan, when you create a plan, it will look like this. After you click on the create button, and the plan will look like this. And you're going to click open, and then same thing. You're going to go over each component up here, and you're going to complete each component. And they have a parent right here and a teacher right here. And you can select on the drop-down menu right here for constituent group. And the same thing with the needs assessment. You're going to go to each of the steps and then describe all these steps on this targeted. And on the targeted template, the only difference from school-wide template is student selection, which you have to identify the student, where as school-wide school, you don't have to identify students. You can serve all students. But on the targeted assistance plan, you have to you have to identify the student. And you cannot use Title I school-wide funds to serve. If, say, you have two districts and they have one school-wide plan and one targeted plan, you cannot use the targeted plan allocation for the school-wide side. Say district has two sides, one school side and one targeted side. And you have to be careful when they budget the budget, they cannot use the targeted allocation for the school-wide school budget, but budget the targeted allocation for the school-wide side. I mean, I had that happen to me before. They got, they use the targeted allocation for the school-wide side. So when you review an application, you just kind of pay attention to that. And to the district, if you have targeted site and a school site, you cannot use the targeted allocation for the school side. It has to be separate. The school-wide side allocation is for school-wide, and targeted assistance allocation is for the targeted assistance side. And again, you're going to go to each of the components up here, and just like the school-wide school plan. And after you have completed all the components, you just certify and submit it to OSDE. And this year we changed the way we review the plans a little bit. Last year, all plans targeted or school-wide, all of the plans will go in my queue, and I am the only one that review all of the school-wide plan and targeted plans. And the new sites, we split them among the program specialists. But this year, whoever is assigned to your district will also be the reviewer for your school-wide or targeted plan. So if you have a question, you can contact a reviewer, or you can contact myself. I know that this is new to the reviewers, so they may just contact me the first time, and I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have about the how to start and where to find the template and the instructions step-by-step instructions will be posted on our program website. So if you have any question or any problem creating a site or looking for the template, just contact us. Okay, and we have one question here. Said, I wrote over my school-wide plan, but it's not showing up. Can you tell me I need to click or where I need to go? If I follow the same links as before and click created, is making me create a new plan? Is it not showing what I wrote over? Can you, if you try to roll over your school-wide plan but it's not showing up, that means that site is not, it doesn't have a final approval status. It did show up, but it isn't anymore. Okay, we will check on it. Can you call me at 405-521-6785, and I can walk you through. Maybe do you have access to the school-wide plan? Okay, you will call me. Okay, thank you. Any questions? Any more questions? Any questions from the audience? Did I confuse you? Well, thank you so much for attending today's webinar, and we'll see you next week. We'll talk more about school-wide and targeted assistance plans. Thank you.